Now that we are in July, we will no longer be cycling through the different flags available in Bloons Tower Defense 6. You will all be stuck with the UK flag for the next 11 months. 2TC is an achievement in Bloons Tower Defense 6. We need to complete a chimps game just using 2 towers. Today we're going to be doing this with the Whelp and this Brittle. Let's place down our wizard monkeys to start off with, because do you really think you can start off with the ice monkey on Candy Falls? No, we're not playing on resort, and we are not going to survive this unless I do some targeting optimization. That's better. Target the blue balloons, which leaves only the red balloons from the green balloons starting this round. Let's go up to fireball because we need every bit of firepower that we can possibly get. The last slot of round 7, can we do this? Yes, we can. The fireballs take longer to fire out than the magic bolts do, so that's why you only see these explosions a few times in comparison to the several times in which the magical bolts fire out. Hopefully on this round we should be able to deploy down our wintry friend over here. Let's place him down now. And then hopefully we'll be able to have a bit more of an easier time going forward. Okay, I was worried about that blue balloon escaping, but alas, we've got this. Funny number. For me personally, our main immediate threat are going to be purple balloons. So I'm thinking of like rounds 46 and 48 being noticeable rounds in order to try and get through. I need you to target that blue balloon, please. Enhanced freeze. Yeah, that seems to have done the trick now. Brilliant. Is that one particular balloon that was annoying me? Wall of fire time. Obviously not the best place for... Not the best place for the wall of fire. I prefer to be here over here so that the balloons travel through it twice. But we have other issues, to deal with first and foremost. Intense magic possibly, or... Monkey sense. Yeah, we'll go with that. We do lack our wall of fire earlier on, but... just get through these first few rounds, this might be it. Round 15, pink balloons. What are we going to do against these? Hopefully a lot. We do want ice shards at some point because that will also increase our range. Yellow balloon. Off the side. Oh my god, that was almost a snipe there. Put the wizard monkey on strong. Is that going to be beneficial for us? No, again with the same balloons as last. Oh, that time was much more successful. Good. Wall of fire time. Take 2. Cold snap ready, and this is probably one of the few 2TC combos, or like there's not a huge amount of them out there where both towers can easily deal with lead balloons. We have no issues when it comes to DDTs, but then again the other issue is trying to pop them. Just ignore that happened, okay? That's better. Dealt with all those magically. Now to deal with the rest of these. Okay, so putting you on strong again was the correct decision. Our first encounter with the purple kind. Ice shards ever ready. Hopefully this is what we need in order to deal with this. And we now have increased range with the ice tower. Hopefully we're able to hit balloons which are along here. Because I wanted to place it slightly south than what I wanted to do. Just so that we have a slight chance of hitting any ZMGs that are coming down this way in order for them to be brittle. Embrittlement, and then next after that we're going to go for Dragon's Breath. If we get through this round first, that'll be thoroughly appreciated. But I guess the game has other ideas, such as Wall of Fire not being on time. We definitely need Dragon's Breath next so that we can have guaranteed Wall of Fire? No, oh goodness sake. Yellow balloon strikes again. Maybe put you on first at times. Or even get deep freeze actually, so it can freeze through an additional layer. Can we do it this time around? No, obviously that's going to have other ideas. Again with the single yellow balloon. Embrittlement, I really need you to do some work here, please. Thank you very much. Oh, goody gosh. It's always just one balloon at the moment. It's not like there's a horde of them coming through where I'm thinking, yeah, I definitely need to change my strategy up a bit. No, it's just one balloon that somehow slips through my defenses. Round 36, a horde of pink balloons and camo regrow greens. Yellow balloon. Oh, thank goodness for that. If that red balloon escaped, that would be annoying. We got Dragon's Breath finally, which is definitely needed, but I know what I'm going to say next is a bit nonsensical, but we're going to need to rush to Super Brittle. Because in update 43, Ninja Kiwi has given the Super Brittle a bit of an attack speed buff, which is pretty nice to have actually. Is it update 43 or is it update 42? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was update 42 that Ninja Kiwi gave the Super Brittle the increased attack speed. Round 40 Moab time. Let's see what we can do against this thing. And I think we should be very good, considering the fact that Moabs also take extra damage when being hit by embrittlement. Okay, I'm just looking at the balance changes. It was update 42 where Super Brittle got an attack cooldown reduced from 2.16 seconds to 1.8 seconds. Also, it means it changes the embrittlement's damage type from cold to normal. But no, wait, it's metal freeze to normal. What's really funny about Super Brittle, because it changes to the normal type of damage, it means that refreeze essentially doesn't do anything, because you're always able to refreeze a frozen balloon anyways, because you have the normal damage type now, Super Brittle. So I think Ninja Kiwi should change it so that refreeze does something else when Super Brittle is active, just giving the bottom crossbar a slightly bit more of a unique reason outside of a attack range increase in order to pursue it. Yeah, purple balloons. Yeah, this is why we need to place the ice tower within one of these little circles. Like, it's either this spot or that spot up there, but I'm thinking at this spot over here is a bit more dangerous, considering the fact that you're already kind of halfway through the map anyways before we really start to attack. And over here, it's still kind of early on in the map, or nearer the mid-game of the map, and we can also cover the late portion of the map with our wizard over here. Round 49 going very well here. Once I enter my circle, no thank you. With the power of hot and cold, magical things can happen. Sometimes opposites do attract. Second Moab, you'll meet the same fate as the first one. Goodbye. Put you on strong so you always target the Moabs here. And then once they reach around back here, we'll go back to first. Yeah, Dragon's Breath is just a gargantuan upgrade in comparison to Wall of Fire. It feels like we can actually deal some good damage rather than just relying on the Wall of Fire, which does not always spawn out. Well, it does have an increased lifespan if you do have guided magic, but we need that innate camera detection. Despite the fact that this can decamouflage balloons, I would rather always be able to target a DET, regardless if it doesn't have the camera status or does. For goodness sakes, Super Brittle is going in! The ceramics don't stand a chance. And the Moab, and that's just popped even sooner because being super brittled in comparison to just brittle, sorry, we now do, is it plus 3 damage or plus 4 damage? Wait, it doesn't even show up on the damage. Oh, for goodness sakes, I have to try and look at this some other time. But Wiki is not always reliable, just to say the least. Oh yeah, we now have the BF3 out, and I forgot to click the upgrade for the Summon Phoenix. Better late than never, though. Here we go. What can we do? That. Oh, you think you can stand up to my cold now? I am now the equivalent of absolute zero. You actually, only the ability can pop white zebras and... Anyways, ignoring that basis, but we have absolutely zero weaknesses now, aside purples, for this little guy here. Fortified Moab, let's see what we can do against this. And even though round 63 may look to be fruitful, the second wave is going to give us some issues, if I remember correctly. No. What about the third one? I did a test game, and the second and third wave was not going that successfully. I think it's because I had this in a slightly more central position towards this circle, but... Yellow balloon, do not escape me again, for goodness sakes. It's always yellow balloons that do this to me. Like, it's such a bane to my existence. It's like a single yellow balloon tries to escape. And there goes down the pairing of the PFBs there. So speaking of hot and cold, that's going to lead into today's topic of conversation. What is your favorite kind of hot or cold beverage? I personally love myself a coffee in the morning, but I also like myself a hot chocolate in the evening just to wind things down. But I also get why people love tea. Like, I'm not a big tea lover myself, but I do see why people really like it, and also it has some medicinal benefits depending on the kind of tea that you drink. But just kickstarting the day, just a nice brew of coffee just does me well. But in the summer months, You do have also the beneficial option of either pursuing a hot drink because it helps you perspire and cool down, or a cold drink because it helps you feel colder. So you have iced tea, iced coffee, and one thing that you don't do is let a hot drink go cold. Like my dad does that, and I'm always really infuriated because it's like, you're wasting milk on your coffee in which you allowed it to go cold. Like, the purpose of milk is to kind of sweeten the coffee if you don't like it so bitter. Me, I love the business of coffee. Like, I don't think I've discovered a coffee yet which is like, no, this is just too bitter for me. But then again, I've really broadened my horizon and go to places where they make coffee, like in South America. Anytime I go into Starbucks, for an extra 20p, would you like to try our Colombian seed? No, thank you. Or something along those lines. I know it's not exactly what you call seed, but it's kind of like the coffee seed itself. Coffee bean. There we go. That's much better. Yeah, the coffee bean itself. It's like, try this origin coffee, and you spend 20p more, but you do get a slightly different flavor to it, or the coffee quality itself is a bit better. And when it comes to hot chocolate, if I'm don't have a lot of time, then I like instant coffee. But if I do have a bit of time, I prefer the one where you boil the milk so that then you are able to pour it into baking cocoa, and that's actually much nicer than instant coffee. But instant coffee is not bad at all, but I just really prefer hot chocolate, sorry, where you how many times did I say coffee but rather than hot chocolate? I do prefer the one where it has more preparation involved. Okay, can't reach BFBs, but could it reach ZMGs since they have a bigger hitbox than BFBs do? Well, if it doesn't reach the bad, then I know that I haven't placed this south enough in order to make this a brittle / cripple zone. Round 76 coming up. What can we do against this huge horde of ceramics? Was that worth showcasing? Of course it is, because people will be wanting to see all of the important rounds, and I do get why. Okay, a lot of BFBs are very back here. We're going to place you on strong because the targeting priority of the wizard does determine which balloon the Phoenix is going to target. I was looking a little bit dicey. I was a bit worried that we didn't have enough PS in order to take them all out. Round 78, what about this huge horde of ceramics? Not bad at all. They were getting close to the exit there, but not bad at all. Not bad at all. If we can do that, then we definitely can deal with all of the regrow rainbows on round 79. Okay, more purples to contest against. Round 95 should be a doddle on it. Oh my... That is going to be problematic. Why on earth did that happen? The FB has come down, so now let's use the Phoenix in order to do a little bit of damage against it. And hopefully we'll be able to deal with all of this. But that was such strange timing there. Or perhaps we need to use it on this slot because I think the Super Brittle was being pierced. Okay, it was being pierce capped, but it wasn't the purpose this time that it leaks. Good. So yeah, using the ability on the single BFB on that round was needed. Let's use it on the fortified BFB, although we don't have the pierce to always try and get towards you. Okay, there we go. The first BFB, the fortified one, is partially damaged, I mean. Sometimes I do have a mismanagement of what to say and in what order. Don't worry, if this is your first time experiencing me, no, this is not going to be an isolated issue. This has always happened to me. ZOMG territory. Oh, you are just out of range for us to try and attack you. Let's use the Phoenix while you are in the cripple / super embrittled status. Not too sure which one to call you, honestly. Because when I look at the wiki, it just has the cripple icon right next to the effect of taking a plus amount of damage. Oh, it says any balloon damaged by super brittle takes +4 damage for 3 seconds. Okay, it's a beefed up version of the embrittlement. Pretty cool. We do not need to use our abilities here. Like, even though they go into super ceramics, they're not what you would call they're not what you call super, because this thing literally just makes it so that your damage is just much more worthwhile. Okay, put you onto strong again. Let's target the BFBs back here. The fortified ones with the Phoenix ability. And we now have the Wizard Lord Phoenix! With this, every single attack that we have is much more powerful. We have a permanent Phoenix in the sky, and the Wizard Lord Phoenix fires 3 sets of flames from its mouth, from its stave. Whatever the case, it is firing from its mouth. This means a literal phoenix. Fiery phoenix. Go up in flames, balloons, but also be affected by the chill. Just chill, bruh. Just chill, balloons. I wonder if actually with range bug, this could probably hit BFBs and ZMGs. That's all coming along here. The one time that range bug is coming into play here. I don't like into mega pops, but with towers that otherwise should not be able to hit said things. First CMG going down here. Now the second one. We may need to pop our ability when it comes to 4 CMGs, just because of the pierce requirement on that round. It's twice as much, and we have more than twice the health because of the HP and speed scaling as you go through the rounds past round 80. Round 87. Let's pop the ability. So, okay, so the Phoenix itself started here. So, every, like, 10 o'clock it happens at? Because that wasn't directly 12, because I thought that was, like, more or less going towards up here, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just hallucinating here, but I think that definitely helps when it comes to damaging the ZMGs initially in order to get them down to enough of a health where we can manage both their HP and pierce. BFBs going down here very well. Now let us use our attacks here. Don't need to use the ability because we don't have all of the concentrated pierce. Like the pierce itself was more dispersed out in round 88 with the MOABs and then the BFBs and then the 2 ZMGs at the back. It's more dispersed rather than concentrated, and sometimes more concentrated pierce is bad for us. Round 89 going very well here. Round 90 is coming up. We do have camo regrow leads, but that is not an issue whatsoever here. So round 91. This is always a big round because of all of these spaced out super fortified ceramics here. Don't underestimate them, for goodness sakes. We are using the strong damage, targeting, in order to try and disperse out these BFBs so they're not all just one concentrated blob. Now round 92 of all of these fortified MOABs here. This can also be a very troublesome round just because of how much RBE there is within a lot of spaced out balloons here. Sometimes spaced out can be bad, sometimes concentrated can be bad. It just depends on what your desires and needs are within a particular scenario. Like, I desire to pop all of these balloons within a concentrated area because that's the advantage of a particular tower. But then in other areas, you'll probably be like, well, I'd rather them be more dispersed so I can deal with all of them more carefully in a piecemeal style. Oh my god, that last one almost escaped there. No, thank you. What's round 95 gonna hold for us? Well, we do have the ability. Honestly, I feel like round 94 is always the first oh crap round when it comes to RBE, just because there's so many balloons on the screen at once, and they all have such high value as well. So we did the warp ability there, just trickle down the HP of these ZMGs, which is what's intended, not to destroy them so that they can be, they can travel at their slower speed, but damage them so that then when they do come within the range of our super brittle here, they are much more manageable. Now, can we deal with all these purples though? That is the question. If a single one escapes, I swear we're going to have a problem on our hands. Okay, so now we use the ability, take out all of these DDTs. My goodness sakes. There's no wonder that this is like one of the most infamous towers in 2-tower chimps history. It's so powerful. And it doesn't have a single drawback as well. Okay, use the ability. I don't know if I used that too late on the round because I do need it fresh and ready for round 97. And I'm a little bit worried about all this pierce that we need to try and go through here. Gonna keep you on first so you can try and take down all of these frontmost balloons first rather than targeting the ZMGs, even though they are necessary. There we go. I feel like if we went too strong with our Phoenix, our we would be pierce capped over here, honestly, and we would lose a round. So we need a fresh warp for round 98. That is definitely very important. But when we use it, that is definitely important. We can't just use it willy-nilly like at the start of a round. I was trying to hope to think if we can pull off 2 warp abilities and we can go for a round. But I've discovered a much more meaningful way of trying to give a round. Well, I guess that's just not going to be it then, is it? Using the warp when they are brittle is a bad idea because we'll just go for the round too quickly. Round 97, you are... Oh, good. Now round 98. We need to use this as tactically as possible. I was trying to think of trying to pull off 2 warp abilities on this round, but then I realized that you won't have the ability ready for round 99. Okay, put you back on first. Can we do this? Can we do this? Let's get our ability back ready for round 9. Oh my god, look at all this. Look at all these balloons. Yes! That's it. That's what... Okay, I'm going to restart this and try and use the ability when the round begins. Okay, so put you there. Put you on strong. Trickle down the health of all these DDTs going on here. And hopefully... Oh, maybe I should have used it slightly later on in the round, possibly. Because now we don't have it up and ready to deal with the damage to the bat, but that was probably bad timing on round 99. I haven't gotten this far, that's a thing. I was stuck on round 99 because I had the ability on cooldown. Come on, please. Ability, please be back up. Please be back up. I need your ability to do damage more than ever, and now the brittle has gone. Oh, I think I cocked this up because of my timing of my ability. Oh, I don't want to try and do all that again. Oh, stupid timing. 99. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, this is what I think that's going to happen. We can't go through round 99 without using the ability, but I'm thinking of trying to use it as late as possible, just so that we have the warp ability for round 100 as much as possible. But it depends on where the warp spawns, really. Is that a good spot? Was that good? No. Okay, we're going to stick with this, but I'm still not happy about it, really. Can we go for round 100 now with a little bit of warp time on the screen after round 99 rather than just like a microsecond? Still not feeling very happy about this, to be honest, but we'll see how we go along here. We definitely need to use the super brittle, and this is one of those moments where I prefer the super brittle to be up here, but it just wouldn't do the previous rounds otherwise. Me and my luck on this game. Okay, bad. I need you to go down. Obviously, you're not going to go down. Oh, you went down at exactly the wrong moment. Yes! Finally! Oh, I did not like that round whatsoever. It's all down to warp ability timing, really, and the last 3 rounds, not gonna lie, are some of the most important rounds for your ability usage. Have it still active, round 99, can't actually, pop the fortified DTs because your warp bird has run out of juice. Requires a run reset, sorry. A mistiming on round 99, as you saw from my first attempt of doing this. Obviously meant that I didn't have enough firepower, that led to a reset. So there we go, folks. That was really, I'm not going to lie, that was really stressful. I'm not going to, It's like trying to make these two work together is really hard, and this is not the most ideal map for this particular combination. Like, I think Resort definitely takes the cake on that one, or even Logs might be a bit better, especially once you actually get up to Super Brittle, because on Logs, it's really hit and miss as to whether or not you can make a Brittlemont work when it comes to its ability to pop purples, but once it gets up to that stage, then it should be able to fire faster, have its eye shards out faster, have its brittle status or cripple status activated on the balloons whenever it is. But that was really fulfilling at the end, but just the process was really stressful, honestly. Like, these two towers work very well together because this overcomes the purple weakness that this has, and in the early stage of the game, this overcomes the white/zebra weakness that this has, but once this goes up to Super Brittle, then our only true weakness was purple balloons. For the wizard, that is. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been the Wizard Lord Phoenix and Super Brittle 2-tower chimps. If you were to do this for yourself, I would just say recommend just do it on Resort. Place your Super Brittle in that little square over there, and yeah, I wanted to try a different map. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, then please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, so that you don't have this stupid little bug in the game of trying to have a boss scenario on muddy puddles and everyone saying that it's the easiest thing in the world. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone, and take care of yourselves.